Is our body sensation essential for our experience watching a film?
Houston, I've lost visual, Dr. Stone. Houston, I've lost visual, Dr. Stone.
When I first watched Gravity in the big screen, I remember my feet needed to touch the ground by the end of the film, and I realized how safe I felt feeling the step foot walking outside the room. Today we will be arguing why our body is important inside cinema. For that, we will analyze two films where the participation of our body is a key to the perception of the film. Gravity from Alfonso Cuarón and Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom from G.A. Bayona. It is essential before starting with analyzing films to know the difference between psychoanalysis and affect cinema. While psychoanalysis is a method from investigating the unconscious activities of the human mind, affect cinema, or embodied spectatorship, is a sense of physical touching engendered by an organization of the film image. It is also important to know three concepts inside embodied experience: exteroception, interoception, and proprioception. In this essay, we will be more focused on the interoception. It basically studies the internal sensations that an audience can feel, such as heartbeats, nausea, or adrenaline. In Carnal Thoughts, Vivian Sobchak argues that the film experience is meaningful not to the side of our body but because of our body. What basically the author is saying is that our body is also important, not only our mind and thoughts.
But I'm gonna die today. Funny that,
Moreover, I'm going to analyze one of the scenes from the film Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, and I will be focusing on how my body felt, and then I will explain how this feeling is being produced. As the scene begins, we see ourselves in a room. It felt like my heart has been paralyzed. My muscles knew that the child room was not a safe place, since it is as if you were on a lion cage, only now it is with a dinosaur. As soon as I saw the shadow of the rocking horse turning into a dinosaur, as funny as it sounds, I took my popcorn box and started eating them as fast as I could. My arms needed to be holding something in order to feel safe. Now, how did the filmmaker make us feel all those sensations? I believe one of the main elements that worked very well was sound. If we listen to the scene with no image, we could already feel there's something wrong only by hearing the dinosaur mix with the girl's voice. But the real tension is being created by the mise-en-scène, the shadow image, the curtains revealing the dinosaur, and the two detailed shots, one of the dinosaur hand approaching the girl and the other one with her mouth. Finally, the tension is broken with the door opening in a brutal way. In other words, it's broken with a jump scare. Basically, your body jumps as the reaction to the image. Having analyzed this first scene, it is important to know that the study of our body inside cinema experience has not always been well received. According to Linda Williams, body genre are seen culturally and disreputable because of the direct way they involve the body and its fluids. Moving on to the second film, Gravity is totally different way of embodied experience. When Gravity was released in 2013, it was considered by the critics as an amazing success, but it was as well, according to Thomas Elses and Malte Hagner, a laboratory of senses, and according to Kristin Thompson, an experimental blockbuster. Gravity is not considered one of the best films in terms of script or plot, but it is when it comes to talking about the bodily experience. It focuses on pure bodily sensation.
That's a negative. I'm afraid we're getting nothing on this end, Doctor.
That brings us back to time with cinema of attraction, where the image is more important than the narrative. Gravity relies its success on image and the innovation of CGI.
Whatever rigging system they had, you just embraced the pain because these were all unique creations of brilliant people who had to think of something that doesn't exist in order to make a movie Alfonso was told couldn't be done.
And it makes feels the audience something that in weird occasions it is seen in films in such a strong way. If we analyze the following scene, we can realize the tension is built in a very slow way.
Initiate emergency disconnect from Hubble. Begin re-entry procedure. ISS initiate emergency evacuation.
Copy all Houston end and work. Matt, immediate return to Explorer. Repeat, immediate return to Explorer.
The music and sound editing is key at the first minute of the scene, where my stomach started to feel weird.
Explorer, Dr. Stone requesting faster transport to Bay Area. Explorer, do you copy?
Explorer, permission to retrieve Dr. Stone.
Your go for.
It is later when camera movement is also a huge element since it is the one making us the effect of moving throughout the space.
Hell out of here. Need some help there, man? No, don't wait for us.
It's stuck!
Man down!
Houston, this
Man
is
down!
The worst bodily experience comes when the main character starts spinning around, since we feel ourselves spinning as well.
That arm's gonna carry you too far. Listen to my voice.
This is provoked with soundtrack. Our ears are the ones creating the sensation of disorientation, since the sound is edited in order to be heard from right to left. If we compare these scenes with Jurassic World, we could tell the sensation is similar, meaning that our body feels scared. But if we go deep on the analysis, gravity makes us feel fear and disorientated because of the huge amount of space, whereas in Jurassic World we feel trapped in a small space. Embodied experience from my point of view is important inside the cinema industry, and I believe it should be more considered by directors, critics and experts in the film studies. Nevertheless, I also believe audience should enjoy the feeling without knowing why suddenly they feel as they are floating in the space while watching Gravity.